What is up, party people? You know, I always start this show off by showing love to those companies that help make this podcast possible. First is my friends over at Yellow Jacket. Guys, I always tell you, I will never tell you what to buy. All I ask is, hey, if you're going to spend some of that hard-earned money, you're looking to make a change, check out my friends over at Yellow Jacket. They have a bunch of new stuff, new products out there. I have been using the Titan Max Digital Manifold exclusively here for a little bit, along with all the wireless stuff. My technicians are loving the remote logging stuff to where, if you haven't heard me say it, you can have somebody out in the field, you're trying to help one of your technicians, one of your buddies, whatever it may be. They can send you a link. You can tap into exactly what they're seeing live. It's absolutely huge. Because let's be honest, man, running a business, I help my technicians all the time. And it's amazing sometimes that they don't give you the accurate information. Even though they want your help, it's like they're scared to give it to you. And this way, everything they have hooked up, I can see. So I can see my temperatures, the pressures, the superheat, the subcool. If they have the probes in the duct, I can see all the psychrometrics, all that kind of stuff, vacuum, everything, anything that connects to the Yellow Jacket app, I can see it when they give me the link. It's absolutely amazing. And we've just been starting it with some. Obviously, it's not crazy hot here in Maryland right now. Well, it was 80 degrees a week ago. It's 30 today, but that's a whole nother story. But once it starts to get warmer, we're getting into PM season. I know that this is going to be super amazing. So I can't wait to use this more. And remember, that service is absolutely free. So if you have any Yellow Jacket devices, you can download the YJ View app. It's been updated. It's absolutely amazing. And that remote logging is absolutely free. You do not pay for it. It's free every single time. So go check out my friends over at Yellow Jacket. Guys, remember, I know it says 75 years, but I know it's more than that, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're 20, so it's 77 years of expertise built into every tool. Next is going to be my friends over at CompanyCam. Guys, I've been running businesses for several years now. One tool that I can't live without is my friends over at CompanyCam. Mr. Luke, the CEO of CompanyCam, is going to be on in a few weeks. Finally, I am so excited to have him on. CompanyCam has added so many features since I first started using this. It used to be, it was just about taking photos and stuff like that. And a lot of these softwares, like a Service Titan, a House Call Pro, whatever they may be, they're invoicing. They are, field service management tools. All the other features they try to offer, they do it, but they're not very good at it. CompanyCam, this is what they do as far as photo and video documentation, and they are the best at it, bar none. Guys, the stuff they offer now using AI and stuff like that is just crazy. I can't wait for the podcast to truly get into it, but I have used this. This has been, I call it a secret weapon. It's absolutely amazing. The guys can go out. They can communicate. The comfort specialist with the install team, the install manager can be like, hey, I'm looking at this, oh, hey, make sure that you include, we got to rerun that gas pipe, or that return duct's got to be redone in real time. And they can see high-res photos, high-res video, who took that picture, who took that video, where they were standing. It's time-stamped. You can send it to the customers in pre-templated, ways to be able to send it so it looks professional. And then also, if you're talking while you're taking the pictures, the AI is going to listen to you and build a report. I have guys that are letting CompanyCam build their invoice for them. They're copying and pasting it and then putting it inside of Service Titan. But now I found out that there's a way that you can just import it over. You don't even have to copy and paste it. So it's absolutely amazing. Everybody that runs a business, even if you're not in HVAC, I don't care if you're roofing, plumbing, whatever it may be, any kind of trade, I highly suggest you go check out my friends from CompanyCam. It is worth every penny. The last 3 businesses that I've been a part of running, actually, let's say 4 businesses I've been a part of running, we have used CompanyCam, and that's just the way it's going to be. So anybody out there, if you're interested, go check out or go to www.companycam.com/HVAC Uncensored. They're going to give you a free 14-day trial. If you like it after that, they will give you 50% off of your first 2 months just for being a part of HVAC Uncensored Nation. I'm going to do one more real fast, only because we missed last week, and it's let me change your socks. Guys, I want to thank all of you for for going to buy socks. You know that I am always upfront with you guys as far as sponsors and all that kind of shit. If I wouldn't say something for free, I wouldn't say something paid. But Camel City Mill is my only affiliate. Normally, I don't do affiliations because got screwed back in the day in the beginning years, but I did do it with Camel City Mill. My original thing was, hey, I'll get some free socks out of it. Here we go. Guys, so many of you have used this link. It has been absolutely amazing. And I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that. But like I tell you, man, if it's the first time you're buying them, I highly suggest, I love these socks. I do love them. I wear them to work. I got some nasty, cruddy feet. So these things are where it's at, whether it's wintertime, summertime, doesn't matter. They make a sock for everyone. They're comfortable. They keep your feet. They don't smell like Bigfoot's ball sack when you take them out of your boots. But if you're going to buy them the first time, they give you 30% off. Get the 30% off. I want you to get the biggest discount you can possibly get. If you go back to buy more, then use my discount code Uncensored10 to save 10% on all of your additional orders. But I wanted to say, all of you who bought these socks, I can't thank you. My affiliate, my jaw dropped when I saw how many of you bought socks. So I just want to say, truly, thank you guys very much. I hope you are enjoying them. Please message me, email me, whatever it may be. Let me know what you think about them. I'm curious. You know, I like them. Just because I like them doesn't mean you will. But let me know what you think of them. All right. With that being said, man, let's get on with the pledge. Let's get on with the show. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to the #1 rated HVAC podcast. If you're looking to grow in the HVAC industry, then you're in the right spot. Blue collar people talking about blue collar shit. Let's get better together. So turn up the volume, buckle your seatbelt, and let's welcome your host, Gil Cavey Jr.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I'm your host, Gil Cavey Jr. Here we are, another Wednesday. Alrighty, I turned the wrong microphone down. Anyway, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I'm your host, Gil Cavey Jr. Here we are, another Wednesday, another hump night. My bad, I was sending a text message and was not paying attention. Alrighty, now I'm good. Yeah, anyway, thank all you guys for being here. Sorry about that. Got another amazing show for you guys tonight. Let me say what's up to everybody in here. I did want to say, man, sorry about last week. I had some appointments with my mom last week. It was just a rough day, to be honest with you, man. I was mentally exhausted Wednesday, so I ended up, I just couldn't do it. There was no guest. There is guest booked for the next quite several weeks, so some amazing shows coming up. But yeah, sorry about last week. Let me do some shout outs real fast to everybody in here. Mr. Nasty, what is up, Pat? Mr. Freon Leon, my brother, my main man Jay, what is up? What is up? And I do have some announcements about the episode with me and Nasty as well before we start the show. Let's see who we got. Kitchen Cowboy, what's up? What's up? Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you. Mechanical Environments, what's up? What's up? Mr. Jared, what's up, brother? Mr. Jared's going to be a guest here shortly. Scott, what's up, Scotty? How you doing, bro? Let me see if I missed anybody. I know Mr. Zeke's in here. What is up, my brother? I don't think I missed anyone else. If I did, I apologize. So if I missed you, I apologize. I'll shout you out. But I want to say this real fast, man. Obviously, we did the mental health episode with me and Pat, Nasty HVACR. Guys, that episode did 224,168 downloads. 224,168 downloads. That is fucking crazy. I'm going to share something tomorrow, like a screenshot. I have gotten so many emails about it, about people reaching out, which is exactly why we do those episodes. So, Pat, I want to thank you again for coming on, man. And I know those episodes can be hard, and sometimes it doesn't feel like you... Sometimes when you get done, maybe you feel like you didn't say something, but... Yes, that episode did amazing, and I've gotten a bunch of emails from it, people reaching out, even to the point where I may even, I'm trying to work out a sponsorship with BetterHelp. I even told them, if I can just get a link, I don't even want money, to be honest. I used BetterHelp when I was going through my stuff, like I said when we did the episode, but I am in the process of trying to work something out with them. I rather whoever uses it gets a discount than me make money off of it. That's not one that I'm trying to make money off of. So that is in the works now. And because of that episode, got their attention. So just wanted to bring that out. So thank you again, Pat, for coming on, brother. I appreciate you. But anyway, got an amazing show tonight, man. I know a lot of you follow a lot of different people on Instagram. For me, I've been following this person. I know we've been at some of the same events, and I don't know if we've probably met, but I don't think we've been able to actually be like personable and sit down and have a conversation. So I can't wait till I can finally do that. But I've been watching from afar. I love his content online, man. I like people that are just genuine. They're positive. They put out real content, and they do it consistently. So, yeah, and I just can't wait to hear all the backstory and everything else. So with that being said, guys, please put your hands together and help welcome Mr. Dave, a.k.a. HVAC Slim.
Hey, Gil, how's it going, man? I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. Echo cancellation.
Oh, shit, I'm losing you.
Oop, can you hear me?
Yep, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, I just had to turn something back on, so it may have messed up. When I use this echo cancellation, if I leave it on in the beginning, they can't hear that song when it plays, so I have to turn it off. But I got to make sure to turn it back on, otherwise we sound like womps. But yeah, brother, thank you so much for coming on, man. I'm glad that we were able to make this happen.
Yes, sir. That's no problem. I'm happy to be here. Looking forward to sitting down and talking and seeing what we can get into.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know that won't be a problem. So I'm curious, man. I guess tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Like how long you been doing HVAC? Like what made you get into it? Like what's that backstory?
I've been in the trades in general for about 8 years now. I was in the infantry for 6 years prior to that. And once I got out of that, I wasn't real sure kind of what I was going to do next, and was lucky enough to fall into a company that did heating and air and plumbing, not knowing anything about it really, and just kind of learned the ropes as I went, and one thing led to another.
Nice. That's awesome, man. And I saw, how long were you in the military for?
6 years.
Nice, man. Nice.
Back in 2010 to 2016.
Nice, man. Nice. And I saw that you, it said you got a Purple Heart?
Yes, sir. I got shot in the back 2012.
Man, well.
It was actually the same day that Benghazi happened.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. That was, okay, so there was a bomb drop that happened the same day that happened. The Air Force dropped a bomb on our location, and shit just kind of went haywire. But that happened the same day that Benghazi happened, and it was just a kind of a shit show.
That's crazy. Well, that's kind of how it works. There's always a shit show. So you just I'm happy that you made it back, man, because there's a lot of us that didn't make it back.
It's very true. Very true.
And it's funny. I feel like there's a lot of military people that come back and find the trades. I don't know what it is about, like.
There's something about the mindset that you need, the discipline in order to. The job has to be done. Somebody's got to do it. Why not me? Attitude. So I think that definitely leads to it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. And it's funny because there's a lot of things like in a management style that, I try to use, like, when I think about the military, just, there's always a standard operating procedure for everything. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you do, there is a process to do it in the military. Like,
yes.
It's, and when you put that into business and in this trade, I think that's how you can scale and grow, because it's like, keep it simple, stupid. Like, people know, like, hey, if this happens, I do this. Oh, okay, this happened. Oh, I remember, I do this.
You follow the pattern.
Exactly. And I feel like some people try to reinvent the wheel or overcomplicate it. And I get it. Sometimes it's easier said than done. But when you actually stick to that, you'd be surprised how well it works. It's crazy. So have you been with that same company this whole time?
No, I actually just moved back to Tennessee. So that company I was with was in Kansas. They did heating and air and plumbing, and now the company that I'm with now only does heating and air.
Nice.
I've been with them for about a year now.
Sweet. And you, I know you're just doing service, correct?
Yes, sir. Currently.
Nice. And also, in case anybody didn't know, he was also the HVAC Tactical 2025 Service Tech of the Year. So that's awesome. Congratulations, my man.
That was super honored to be getting that. I didn't know what to say when I got it. I was kind of starstruck, basically.
Hey, it's 2023 when I won HVAC Podcast of the Year. I mean, even though I've been podcasting so long, and it popped up with Brian Orr and Tersh Blissett, both good friends of mine. Tersh is one of my best friends in the world.
You see the competition and you're just like, well, oh shit, it's not going to be me.
Exactly. It's like, hey, well, it's cool to be nominated,
Right.
And then when they said my name, I was like, no shit. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. But it's awesome. It's crazy now where people, there can only be so many winners. Obviously, there's so many people doing awesome stuff. When I hear these people turn it into negativity, it sickens me. But I don't pay it no mind. I don't feed into it.
No, there's no point in it.
Yeah, it's like just enjoy it, man. And especially Ben is it sucks because I wanted to be with Ben at the installer show right now. It wasn't possible. I wanted to try to get
that's a good one. I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
It's actually the first time it's in the States, correct?
I think so. It's not a show that I'm familiar with. I talked to Ben a little while ago and I said, hey, man, I would love to do a podcast together. And he's like, yeah, me too. He's like, I'd love to do it live. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's rock. And we were working out something where we were going to use somebody's building. So the backdrop would have been Times Square. And I wasn't able to get away. I wish I would have loved to have been down there right now. Ben's like a brother to me. I absolutely love that man. So that's when I hear people talk about, the award show and stuff like that. Like I only know by talking to him some of the work that it takes in to make that one night go off without a hitch.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I couldn't imagine the shit that he has to deal with just to make that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful for it. It's an amazing evening.
Yeah, I was so pissed that this is the first year I didn't go to, and I felt bad. We had a hotel dilemma when I first got in there. I've said that story already. And then I realized I forgot to fucking buy tickets to the show. I was like, no shit. In hindsight, I wish that I would have just shown up because the fact that I know how much work that Ben puts into it, I didn't want to show up the night of and be like, hey, bro, get me in. But, right. Ben like pulled me aside and was like, hey, bro, like, our friendship is more than all this, man. Like, you should have just came.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So now I feel bad that I missed one, but I also won't ever not buy tickets again. So, but yeah, no, it sucked. Are you normally, you try to go to all the HRs or, just when you can?
I started 1 year and I've been ever since. So I think, Atlanta or Chicago, whichever one is before the other, was my first one.
Okay. Yeah. So Atlanta, Chicago, Orlando,
Vegas. Yeah. Okay. So Atlanta was my first one. I didn't do the Tactical Awards that year. I didn't know anything about it. And I had major FOMO walking around, seeing everybody's cool ass little tactical backpacks they had. I was like, oh man, I found out about it. And immediately, I was on next year's list.
That's funny. Yeah, no, there's so many things until I started podcasting that I didn't know existed. I didn't know about AHR. I mean, I've been to a shit ton of them now, and that's the one I always go to. I get invited to go to all these other shows. I just don't. To me, like AHR is kind of like the big daddy that everybody goes to.
Right.
I was gonna say, I know I've seen you there. I know that we've met in person. Yes, I just don't know if we've had like a genuine conversation or whatever. So I hope to get to do that.
No, it's usually just kind of in passing with a bunch of people around.
Yeah, they're just so hard, man. Like I'm getting better. I've learned over the years, but it was, my buddy Scott in here is like my secretary, my publicist that helps me because, you do all these sponsor arrangements and like, it's like, hey, man, you stop and talk to somebody. And he's like, hey, Gil, you got to be here in 10 minutes. And it's on the other side, so it gets to be a lot. I wouldn't be able to get around that thing without him. If I was wandering by myself, I would not get, that's the truth. I would not get to any of my obligations because I'd be off talking to some random person. What are they asking about? Oh, filling Vito bags with cocaine and blue chews.
Yeah, my hardest worker in the room.
Blue chew for the record. Geez, sorry. They get here in the chat and talk about God knows what. So I asked you this, man. And I always ask everybody because it's not for everybody. What made you start to post on Instagram, like saying, "Hey, I want to put my work out there"?
Ooh, honestly, I started seeing Jeff and Mike and the work that they were putting out, and I was doing installs at the time, and I figured, I could probably do this. So I just, tried to push myself to be better and better, and I feel like posting it kept me, what's the word? Not responsible, but like to my word, I guess, or to like my standard, what I was trying to do.
Yeah, kept to your bond, you know what I mean? And yeah. And I like the atmosphere on Instagram. Like when I first came up podcasting, like it was Facebook, YouTube. That's kind of what it was. Mm-hmm. I have a large Facebook group. I don't even go in there, to be honest with you. They're fucking animals. So because it turns into negative, and people see the name HVAC Uncensored. They think it's a free, accountable. There you go. Free on. That's the free one. But yeah, I love that, and I love seeing like, some of the younger generation, some of these younger guys, like the visionaries and a bunch of them guys doing amazing stuff, and like seeing the younger generation come up. And I said it before, like I was like listening to all them talk, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck they're saying, man. Like, I don't. I'm an old man now. Like I don't know what they're saying. You can see I trimmed my beard, and now all the dye came out, so this is what's left. The fucking beard. But yeah, I love it, man, because I think it gives people something to look up to, and it shows people out there that there's more of us that are doing. Some people's turn my mic up a little bit. That they're doing things the right way, because I don't know. You see some of these shows, the ones where like they're like hidden and they call HVAC techs in to do stuff, and they like rig it
to catch a predator, HVAC style.
Yeah, exactly. And the sad thing, they don't make us look good.
No, absolutely
Like,
not.
are like they're cruddy, they're lying. And then there's some of these big companies out there doing things cruddy. Not all of them. I don't want to label them all, but it just shows
They are out there, though.
Exactly. There's a bunch of us out there that just love this trade and do things the right way. And I think it's awesome for people to have a platform. That way, like the younger generation, like I think that's how we can help get to the younger generation for them to see it. Like, oh, this actually looks fun. They're having a good time. These guys.
I definitely think that social media, like, it made me realize that I really enjoy doing what I do, or it helps me make myself think I enjoy doing what I do. I mean, I do like it, but I don't know. I like interacting with people after doing the work that I do, and seeing what they think about it.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like at least I don't have any. I don't think I don't pay mind to them, but most of all the stuff I get on Instagram is positive. I mean, I don't ever see like that looks like shit. You should do this, or if somebody.
You definitely get the haters on Facebook. Yeah. Instagram's way more tame.
Yeah, it's just like because you have to follow the person, so it's like, hey, if you don't want to see my stuff, then don't fucking follow me. You know what I mean? Like it's it's crazy. But yeah, there's so many people coming up. Like people ask me like, hey, do you know so and so? And I'm like, no, I don't. Like I would love to, do their stuff, but then I also get it. Sometimes when you're creating content, you can't necessarily consume content.
Very true.
There's only so many hours in a day, and I tell people that. Like even just in the podcasting realm, like all of these podcasters are my friends. I mean, Christ, I helped some of these guys start their fucking shows. I support them. I can't always be there live. You know what I mean? Like I'm single dad of 4. I take care of my mom, running businesses. But I still support them. I want to be there to watch them. So even sometimes I'll do the whole death scroll on Instagram, and I'll try to go through and make sure I like and comment on people's stuff to show that I'm supporting them. But it's hard sometimes. That's what I tell people. Because if you're focused on making it, you can't always be watching it. It doesn't work that way.
That's a good quote. I like that one.
I saw it, so I can't take credit, but
fair enough.
Yeah, I heard. It was one of the like camera YouTubers, because I remember when I first started podcasting, man, I thought like, oh, if I just buy all the nicest equipment, like it'll be amazing. And what do they call it? Gear acquisition syndrome. That you stole that one as well. But I guess you can also talk about people in the trade. They think if they buy the nicest gaugers, the nicest drill, it just automatically makes them good at what they do, and that's not true.
It's like when you buy new shoes and they make you run faster.
Yeah, right. Although I just got some new kicks, man.
What'd you get? Oh, them are sharp.
Yeah, I love Air Maxes, man. So, this isn't the color scheme that I wanted, but it's the only one they had in my size. So I was like, fuck it. I'll have to pan the camera around. I have like towers over here. I'm a shoe whore. It used to be shoes and watches, but I got these fancy watches now that I don't wear. Now that I just wear my Apple Watch Ultra. But yeah, I've been doing good.
Dumb watches and a smartwatch.
Yeah, that's all that I wear. My ex bought me this like nice watch case that I have like a Rolex and stuff in there, like, and maybe if I get dressed up I'll wear them, but I don't wear that stuff all the time. Does it show I don't know what they're talking about here in this chat, sorry. So I'm curious, so when you said like when you first got into it and your first trip to AHR, who was the person that you saw that you were like, holy shit, this is so-and-so?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff JDM. And him and Mike were standing there at the Solderwell booth, and I was like, oh shit, like I know these guys, but I don't know these guys, And
it's funny because I don't know what people think, but they're the fucking sweetest guys you'll ever meet in the world, man.
Oh, absolutely.
The nicest guys, man. And that's what I love about what you just said is you feel like you know people, and then you meet them in person. Like people always tell me, like, for some reason, people thought I was shorter, and then I meet him and like, oh, you're taller. And I'm like, what do I look like, a fucking midget on camera? But then, they're like, oh, like you're just like you are on the podcast. And I'm like, well, I hope so. I just always say
why would I change?
Exactly. If I have to change who I am to do a podcast, I'm not doing it. I get it. There's some people out there who, they have like a persona that they play. And one that I say, and I don't mean this in a negative way, is some people know him, Jason, HVAC Masters of the Hustle.
I don't know if I know him.
Well, Jay is, he kind of has a persona, and I never knew how to take him. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, this guy's kind of douchey, whatever. I'm not sure how to take him. I met him in person, and it's like, dude, he was the nicest fucking guy ever. I fucking love Jason. I love what he does. He's just a very confident guy, but, it just shows that, it can go both ways. You know what I mean? Most of the time, people are who they are, but sometimes it's a business. People are putting on a persona. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily who they are. And kind of like Cheeto.
Oh, yeah.
Like that person, he's putting on a persona. Like, to be honest, I haven't met him.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard. Personally, I don't like the persona. Like, to me, it's just not my sense of humor. But hey, whatever, dude. Do what you got to do. I'm not going to knock anybody's hustle. You know what I mean? Like, people could be like, oh, your podcast sucks. I don't like when you say this. Like, hey, that's cool. You know what I mean? There's enough for everybody. But yeah, no, it's crazy. You just had, I don't know if you did it. Did you, you just had a big giveaway or something, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I had 13 sponsors, and it was first time I had ever done a giveaway. So I just tried to make it as big as I possibly could.
Yeah, I saw it was a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, I had Joan. So it started because Jonard Tools reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to collaborate with them. And they had mentioned something like, gave me a couple ideas, and one of them was a giveaway. And I got to thinking, I was at almost 40,000. I was like, well, maybe we could do one. And
no, sorry, these guys are talking shit in there. He never shows his right hand.
What do I do with my hands?
Sorry.
It was a really good giveaway. All the sponsors were great. They sent out a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I asked you this, like, not to hey, okay, I will take that, Freon. I will take that. So he says Gil knows about giveaways. Yes, I have a giveaway still that I have not shipped this stuff out. Why the guys still watch me, I don't know. I'm fucking horrible. I told him I still have this stuff. I'm not like a fucking crackhead. I didn't sell it or anything like that. But I take it. I deserve it. I have to eat that shit sandwich. So
it's a pain in the ass to go mail stuff off.
Well, yeah, and before it's just my thing is, man, and not to even make it, especially not now, because there's literally like a fucking UPS store or one of them, FedEx, like directly across from my office. But it's just like, and like I said, this is not to make an excuse, because it's not, because you can always find time to do it. But I lead a very busy life. Like I think my girlfriend's watching, but she's not. She might not still be in here. Like, she even says, I don't know how you do it. Like, literally, I am always go, 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 go. Like, it's just, so I just kind of react. So I forget about some little things like that. I mean, from 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning till I go to bed at like midnight, like every second's accounted for. You know what I mean? Like, and normally it's somebody else, but you got to do what you got to do. I mean, I got to set a reminder or something. You know what I mean? So that's not it's not an excuse, but that is kind of the way my life's always been. I've earned every one of these gray hairs. Trust me.
There you go.
But it is what it is. But I got to take care of these guys. So I've gotten some things that I put inside of the bag. So I am going to send those guys, and I want to make sure I make it up, by adding things inside of it. So just relax. I haven't forgot you. But there is another giveaway to do, but I just, I was talking and I was like, until that stuff is shipped out, there's no way that I can do another one. It just wouldn't feel right. But yeah, so I mean, I was gonna say this, not to put you on the spot, but I see that you have like a decent following. Are you able to like monetize that following? Are you doing okay in that way?
For the most part, I actually just got monetized on Facebook, and so probably the last 3 months, I believe, I've actually been paid from it, and then I had a few brand deals that have been willing to pay and whatnot, more than I ever anticipated doing this stuff. So
no, that's
very thankful for it.
Yeah, if you ever need help with that, dude, reach out to me, man. I use like what I know about business, and I started using the podcast because I realized that the podcast is a business. Like, at the height of this podcast, when I was right around when I won Podcast of the Year. Not that it's bad now, downloads are good, but I would say that was probably definitely like the height. Now I'm just trying to get back up to it. I mean, this show was making legit money. I mean, like legit money. So the reason I say that is because I want everybody out there that puts in the kind of work that we're putting in, that you're putting in, to get paid for it, because these companies will pay. So
I've slowly begun to learn that.
Yeah, I remember back in the beginning when there was only a handful of us podcasting, and somebody would offer you a couple $100 and you were like, oh my God, fuck yeah. And, it's just, know your worth, because these companies will definitely pay. You got to be legit. You got to be, you got to do your end of the bargain. But, these places will do stuff, and don't get caught up in the affiliations. Be careful with that. And then, people just wanting you to, I'll give you something for, free shit for doing whatever, depending on what they're giving. You know what I mean? I just don't.
That's the thing. Like, to me, if it's something that I would be willing to buy anyways, and I'm going to use it in one of my videos, they want to send it to me for free and I make a video with it, I'm okay with that.
That's a different story. If it's like, hey, I would buy this, then that's saving you money. That's money in your pocket, because you're not buying that.
If it's something like where they come at me with requirements, then we need to talk like payment. Like, if they want several posts or stories or whatnot, then we're going to talk about some sort of payment agreement on that.
Yeah, because I got screwed, and I'm okay with some of these companies now, but I remember in the beginning I did a lot of these like affiliate things, and you just get screwed. And I won't say the name of one company because they're pretty big and everybody's going to know them, and I've since had amends with them, but yeah, in the beginning, it was like, oh, hey, every time somebody signs up for our product, you get X. And like, people would message me and be like, hey, man, because of you, I signed up for this. Hey, man, because of you, I signed up for this. So I was keeping track of it. And then I would go on this little like dashboard and be like, goose egg. Like, what do you mean? Like, I've had 17 people message me. You know what I mean? And yeah, it just got to be a pain. Like, I almost said no when this Camel City Mill socks thing came out. And I
love their socks.
Dude, me too. And I only did it. I was like,
I think I'm wearing them right now. Yes, sir.
Are you really?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't stretch like that.
I believe you. No, they're legit. And that's why I tell people. So in the beginning, I was like, hey, fuck it. If I just get some free socks out of it, like, it'll be worth it. But the affiliation has been amazing. But now it's just getting.
That's one I haven't pushed. I think I still actually have a discount code with them. I don't know how to make sock videos. It's not in my daily work.
Yeah.
So I never really tried to push that one.
Yeah, I never thought that many people would. Like, in the beginning, I didn't push it like as a sponsor read. I didn't really do it that much. It was like every once in a while. It wasn't, because normally I have a rotation, and I didn't really have them in the rotation like I do now. And it would be like every once in a while, like they send you an email, like, you've got money, and it would be like $10, $40. I'm like, cool, man, that's fine. Right. Dude, I went in there like 2 weeks ago. It's like $7,800.
Holy shit.
That's what I said.
Holy shit.
I was like, that's why I'm like, dude, thank you guys for buying the socks. Holy shit. But the only thing is I'm still waiting for the shit to be cashed out, because Yeah, I was fucking shocked. I was like,
that's
dude,
all right there.
I even messaged the person.
Videos.
Yeah, so I just messaged him because the thing is, like, people always make those like videos or something about boots, which I get it. You're in the field, you're on your feet all day. You should wear comfortable boots. Nobody ever thinks about the socks they put inside of them. And me, especially, military, dude, I got stank ass feet, man, from just shit over the years. Stuff happens. And those socks do make a difference. I can actually take my shoes off when I go to my girl's house, and I would say my feet don't smell like Bigfoot's asshole when I take them out of the boots, but it works. Shut up, Scott. I haven't got it paid from it yet.
One thing I will say that I really appreciate about like you or as a person, I guess, is when you talk about your discount code, you also talk about them like their first discount code, and that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, well, and I try it because I tell people, man, like I get it that I may get some of these things for free, but my friends and the people that listen to me, they got to spend their hard-earned money. And, if they're going to try the socks and they're going to give you an initial 30% off and my discount code is only 10, it's like, well, hey, get the 30% off, man. Like, see if you like them. And then if you do and you go buy more, then, hey, use my discount code. But, that's
really cool, though.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. My stance, I've turned down more money than I've ever taken when it's come to this podcast. I just feel like if I wouldn't say something about that company for free, I'm not going to say it paid. Because I feel like that's how you can start ruining your credibility. And I don't want it that way. It's not worth it. People always ask me like, somebody asked me not long ago, I see you're with Yellow Jacket. Like, why don't you get on with like NAVAC or like Field Piece? And I'm like, because I don't want to. You know what I mean? If I wanted to, I would be. I said, I like Yellow Jacket for many reasons. One, not everybody else is doing it. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. Or two, Yellow Jacket reminds me of when I first got into the trade with my dad. Because back then, they owned the market. There wasn't all these other
Yellow Jacket,
yeah. Three, I would like to be a part of, rather than just being another guy with the other brands, I'd rather be one of the front faces that starts to bring Yellow Jacket back into the market, because I know the people, the head engineer, the vice president of marketing, like I have their phone numbers. I talk to these people, like they're good people. It's about the relationship. So yeah, it's everybody they see a brand and it's like, and to be honest, I've also seen the dark side of this trade, man. You meet some people that you thought were heroes, or you meet some people from brands that you thought so much of, and you find out, man, fuck those guys. You know what I mean? And I won't say it on air. Like I a while ago, and this has been a while, so I'm not trying to bring it back up, but I used to be a big Testo guy. Was never been a sponsor. Back when I was still in the field, I used to have I had like 4 sets of the Testo 550s, and all 4 of them simultaneously. And I bought them all at the same time. The high side transducers blew. And I said something on a podcast one time, and I guess they heard it. And I was like, man, fuck them. That sucks. I spent all this money. I'm out of this money. And they were like, hey, if you stop talking bad about us, we'll send you some free rebuild kits for the high side transducers. I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it wasn't even really about you. I was just pissed that, I'm out all this money. Then they never sent them to me. So then I was like, yeah, fuck.
Oh, that's
all bets are off.
That's fucked up.
But I've met some people from them since then that are cool people. So I realize there's a lot of people that work at those companies, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to attach something to happen. Shit happens, but that did suck, because that's back when I was in the field working. I spent my hard-earned money on all of those, and it hurts when all 4 of them are going to go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. So how many techs do you have working for you?
Let's see. I have, hiring some. So it'll be six service and then 4 install teams, so it's altogether we've about 20 altogether people wise. And I'm making a push to hire now, to be honest. We're growing. I partnered up at this company. So I helped another company that I was a part of that we went from like $1.5 million and it was like 12 million when I left. Amazing company. Yeah, still love them. I
think I've heard you talk about that before.
Yeah.
On one of your other shows.
Yeah, and I only left that to try to save a marriage that didn't work. But it is what it is. But amazing opportunity now. I have 2 awesome partners, Brian and Roy. Yeah, and I've only been here for a year. When they got the company, I think it was like maybe like $1 million, a little under 2 million. I mean, and we're at like 7 something now. So I mean, we're doing this even faster. So you start to learn things that work. We're still trying to work out the kinks, but yeah, it's fun. I like the business side, but don't, you know what I mean? I love the technical side because I came up as a technician, 2nd generation. My dad did this. So I love going out the field and doing the teaching and stuff like that. I just realized I can't do it all the time because I need to be helping the business grow. So how I stay intact with the technical side is the teaching. I love the teaching and showing people stuff. Plus it makes me better, because if it's something, I want to make sure I'm getting them the best kind of information. So I will,
make sure that you have the best.
Exactly. Right. Read up, Mr. Jim Bergman, and these guys have heard me say it a million times. Mr. Jim Bergman always says, you don't really know something until you have to teach somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it is. When I was a squad leader, I always did the training for the guys, and that's kind of how I would feel about it. If I'm training them, I have to know exactly what I'm doing so that they know exactly how they're doing it. Yeah,
as a squad leader, you're responsible for other people. You know what I mean? You got to be able to make those tough decisions. For me, when I first got into management, it was very, very hard to let people go, fire people, even when they were 100% wrong. And now I've gotten numb to it because anybody who's ever worked for me knows that I am a very giving, nurturing boss. I'll help you do anything. I'm not going to babysit grown men, but I get to the point where I'm just going to keep feeding you rope. You're either going to pull it tight or you're going to hang yourself. And if you hang yourself, hey man, you made this happen, not me.
Right.
It's just kind of the way it's got. Because I always say, people can be the best part of it and the worst part of it all at the same time. But I love it. Sorry, some of these comments. What are they saying? I know what they're saying. He's Scott talking shit again. But yeah, man, and it's funny because if looking back 15 years ago, Christ, I've been, 20 something years now I've been doing this. And I started out doing all commercial industrial stuff with my dad. My dad did this kitchen equipment, stuff like that. And then I just kind of backed my way into residential. And I liked it. I liked dealing with homeowners. I do a podcast.
I do too. I hate commercial work. I prefer dealing with homeowners. It's just, to me, it's simpler in my brain.
Well, I just like helping the people who the ones that were paying for it. When I would do commercial stuff and restaurant work wasn't bad, but I hated seeing restaurants I liked being dirty and now I didn't want to eat there anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. That kind of stuff. And then when I would go to I remember we used to have a contract with the Abercrombie and Fitch, and you go into these stuck up fucking liberal retard fucking managers, and they called you for a problem and you walk in and now the manager's pissed because now they're not going to get a bonus. And I'm like, what? Like, you called me. I didn't just fucking show up here. And I know I'm just stating some bad things. I did like some of it, just be on a roof all day by myself, get my work done. So there was some positive sides. I do miss some of the refrigeration. Do not miss on call at all. You know, there's plenty of nights. It was 2:00 in the morning. I live in Maryland, and I would get called to fucking Virginia and have to go work, on a rack system. So I don't miss those days. I put in that time. But yeah, the residential, I just felt like I was helping. I like to help people, and it just felt good. You have those shitty
It's definitely more gratifying.
Yeah. And you go in people's home, you know what I mean? Like, you're in their private space. Yep. You see how people live, and some people are fucking dirtballs.
They are.
But it does make you feel good when you do something and, you see the look on somebody's face. Like, I didn't know that I could do that. Like, I tell a story about one time I did some IAQ stuff for a lady, and her son had really bad allergies. And she's like, Gil, I can't thank you enough. Like, he doesn't have to use his like inhaler and his medicine like in the house like he used to. You know what I mean? Like, those kind of things are fucking awesome. But I think it's like, it's anybody. It's having pride in what you do and giving a shit, because then there's other people that'll walk in and see these people and they're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, I do stuff to help the person regardless of what the monetary value is. But some people go in and think with their own wallet. And that's the problem. And people like us and some of the guys in here, if they keep doing videos showing the right way to do things, we're going to make those other people look bad. They're not going to want to do Instagram. They're not going to want to do Facebook because they're going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, people are going to be like, dude, why are you a shitbag? Like, all these guys are doing things the right way and you're out there fucking ripping people off. People are going to call them out because it's not the norm.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Yeah, it's I've just never been that way, man. Like, obviously I want to make money. I like making money. I've been a hustler my whole life, but you got to be able to sleep at night though. You know what I mean? That's just, you can't do that's for sure. Yeah, like I don't know, man. And my conscience is strong. Like, obviously I'm a very faithful person. My faith means the world to me, and I don't know. If I took money from somebody and I didn't give them what they paid for, like, that shit would keep me up at night. Like, I would not be able to take their money.
I would feel like a shitbag.
Yeah, I can't. I remember I had a technician who came in to prove it, and he asked for, I forget what he asked for, but it was something low. And he was like, no, I just want a position. I want to prove myself. And the guy was killing it. And I met with him and he thought I was firing him. And I was like, nah, dude, no. I'm like, you've been doing awesome. And like, I want to say he was making like $28 an hour, something. It wasn't anything crazy. And I was like, dude, I want to give you 35. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, why? And I told him why. And he was like, dude, I have never gotten a raise. One, I've never gotten a raise that big. Two, I've never gotten a raise without having to beat on somebody's desk for it. And I'm like, well, that's just not who I am, man. I'm like, you've more than earned it. You know what I mean? Like, you've been outperforming your pay for a long time. I should have done this sooner. So yeah, I just, even though it's not a customer, I still don't want to take advantage of a guy. Like, some bosses would be like, oh, fuck it, this guy's making this money and doing this, and I only got to pay him X. I'm not saying shit. Not me. I'm like, nah, dude, this guy's out there crushing it. He deserves more, Are you guys staying busy where you are now with the goofy weather? You said you're doing a bunch of PMs?
Yeah, we're fairly steady. I did a little bit about everything. I've had no heats, no cools, and we've been trying to smash these condenser PMs. And again, it's just 32 degrees, 35 degrees outside. You're not going to get shit for pressure readings. So to me, it's pointless. But go out there, clean it, make sure it's got a good temperature split, and everything else looks good.
Yeah, sorry, Scott talking shit. I'll double your current salary. Because he doesn't make anything, so I'll double it. Get off your knees, Scott. East Coast, what's up, man? Yeah, like I said, that's how we've been, man. It was fucking 80 degrees, and then it was snowing. Today was like 30. Sunday, yeah, I didn't put a podcast out. I didn't record one last week, but I was going to put a rerun out. Oh, stepping on the cord. We have like fucking tornadoes and shit here. Zeke, are you in here, buddy? Did you get any of that stuff? Yeah, like it was crazy rainstorms. And it was it was Monday. Tornadoes and shit like that. Power was going in and out. It was crazy. The weather here has been nuts. I just said I'd double your salary. That's funny. Yeah, I can't wait to just get into the warmer weather. This fucking weather has been crazy. At least I know that you're where you are. It's not just here. It's been all over the place. We've been steady though. I can't complain, man. Our install teams have been rocking and rolling, especially in residential. That's how you can tell if a company is making money or not, whether their install teams are moving. Because if they're not moving, like when people are like, "Oh, we're a $9 million company. How many install teams you got? One?" Like, no, you're not. It's not possible. You know what I mean? Like you can't do enough because that's going to be 70% of your revenue. You can't be a $10 million company with one install team. How big is the company you're working for?
I think they've got 6 to 7 install teams, and we've got, I want to say, 9 service techs.
Oh, nice, yeah.
But give or take. I haven't met everybody, so I'm not real sure. I've been here a year, and it's kind of different because the company I was at before in Manhattan, Kansas, was the biggest company there, but there was like 7 people there. So now, like, everything here is completely separated. So like they have their service side, they have their install side, and I've met maybe 2 guys on the install side just because we don't cross paths that much.
How often do you guys have meetings? Like service meetings?
As far as service meetings, probably we try to about once a month.
Really?
He's pretty into it as far as what's going on the inside.
Yeah, Christ. I do them twice a week.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, it's I love doing them for one, just the camaraderie between the team. The fact they're in there twice a week it's easy for them to, get whatever they need, grab it from the warehouse as far as restocking. They're never going to run out of something. A lot of times I'll buy breakfast. I always try to do like one of them. We stick to education training, something technical. And then one of the other one will be like the cleanup, like processes or customer communication or something like that. Yeah, I've always done those. And I learned from some people, mentors of mine. I used to stop it in the summertime. And he's like, why? And I'm like, well, it's the busy time. He's like, so shouldn't you probably be doing it even more so? You know what I mean? He's like, if the team makes it to the Super Bowl, exactly. He's like, team makes it to the Super Bowl, are they going to stop practicing? Or World Series? Yeah. Like, oh shit. He's like, no. He's like, so if anything, that's when you should be doing them more consistently. You know what I mean? And I was like, so now we'll always have at least one. If something happens, sometimes I'll have a doctor's appointment or something like that. And we'll only do one. But other than that, every Tuesday, every Thursday, it's a service meeting. Like,
how long do they normally last?
Normally an hour max.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep them to a T so I can get guys out because I don't want them to be late because I decided to have a service meeting. And they get paid for it.
When do y'all start?
Well, at 8. I really want to do them sooner, but I got some guys.
I wish we would too.
Not morning people. I mean, I would like to start them at 7, to be honest, and then be out by 8. But yeah, I got some guys that, They're just like, it's like half of them are like good in the morning. The other half are like,
Dude, I wake up at 4 in the mornings to go to the gym. So when I installed in Kansas, like doing stuff in the summer, if the homeowner would let me, I'd be at their house at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
oh yeah, no, I used to like getting out and going and being done. Like, because I rather, go get my shit knocked out and be home by fucking 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Again, that place was so small that I ended up doing service work after the installs. So
Yeah.
it never worked out in my favor. Just got me out of the attic before it got blazing hot.
Yeah. Said just adapt the Gene Slade crap. I will say this, man. So I know Gene personally. Gene can definitely be a douchebag. I will admit to that. But if you just look at some of the information, he doesn't necessarily have bad information. If that's just me being completely honest. You don't have to like Gene as a person, and trust me, I understand that completely. But some of his information is not bad information, though. But yeah, it's just the way that he says it. Blogger, what's up, my man? I'm like 6, 7 service techs and then 4 install teams right now. So altogether, people together, it's like 25-ish, something like that. So we're definitely growing. I'm just hiring. I just sent out another offer letter for another service tech, and I'm looking for an install manager is what I really need. I had a buddy of mine that I was trying to get to come over, and we just couldn't make it work. But I really need to fill that position because it's kind of wearing me thin, because I'm kind of bouncing back and forth to do that. And then,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I need now. So anybody in the Maryland area that is looking for a come up and looking for an install manager spot, I will pay you well. Just need you to take care of the install teams. And then after that, I'll get a service manager so that I can actually be a general manager. Bouncing back and forth, it's always something, but you gotta do what you gotta do. There's 3 of us and we fit in wherever we have to. But yeah, shit, dude, this is what I'm seeing. It's already 10 o'clock. I knew that we wouldn't have a problem. It goes by so fucking fast, man. Nasty asked this a while ago. It said, why is he called Slim?
Whenever I got to my job in Kansas, we had 2 Davids, and since I worked out a lot, they thought it was funny to call me Slim, and it just kind of stuck. So then whenever I started the Instagram page, it was HVAC Slim.
That's funny. It's funny, to have that little backstory. I'll send you one, Zeke. So what do you need, a tech or an install manager? Yeah, $150K a year. I'll give you that. You come down here. I told you I was trying to get Blogger to come over. He's close to me. Whenever you want to leave that company, brother, hit me up. But that's funny. Anybody got any questions you want to pop out real fast? Please go ahead and do so. If not, we'll start to close this out here in a few minutes. Oh, yeah. You could have Kirby. That's a joke. I'm just kidding. There's a local guy. He's a friend, guy that we know. Tried to give him a position, man. It just didn't work out as an install manager. He kind of screwed me, but whatever. Wish him the best. Yeah, it's funny. Some of these guys are close to me, so it's cool, man. One thing I can say about, I've always said about the podcast and even going to AHR and stuff like that is the friendships, the bonds I've built, man. Like some of my best friends in the world are because of this trade and because of this podcast, man. To me, AHR is like, yes, I have to do the sponsorship stuff, but to me, it's more about going to see my friends. Like if we just have like like I always want to do like just a weekend. Like, hey man, let's all meet somewhere. Yeah. Like everybody go and
halfway between each AHR, we just halfway through the year.
Yeah, exactly. Something a little bit like right in the summer. Yeah.
Lowercase AHR.
I don't even. So Sam Andrew. I don't know what he means by this. Maybe you know. He said ask Slim yellow or red and why. I'm assuming he's saying meaning like DeWalt or Milwaukee is what I get from it.
If that's the case, definitely Milwaukee all day, every day. I walked into Home Depot one day and the options were there and red kind of took over. So it's been Milwaukee since day one.
That's how I was, man. Not that I don't talk bad about DeWalt. I mean, I joke and shit like that. My son bought a DeWalt drill and I told him he was disowned. But my oldest son works for me, so that's cool. But yeah, I just started buying so much Milwaukee stuff. And then once you get so in depth with the batteries, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's like, why?
To me, it was they were the first ones with the pack out, and I wanted all my stuff to kind of, look good together. So I went with Milwaukee because of the pack out, I would say, and then just kind of escalated from there. I actually just got that sponsorship with them, or not sponsorship, but ambassadorship with them.
Oh yeah, I'm actually emailing back and forth with them. I was talking to them at AHR. I got to stay up on the emails though. Yeah, I remember at first, like I love the 12 volt for service, like that 12 volt compact,
absolutely, that impact
drill. Yeah,
thing, I've had it since day one. Yeah, I'd take that one over the 18 any day.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that thing is perfect, especially residential service. But before they had it, the only people who had a small compact one was Bosch. And I used to have a little Bosch one, and that's the only thing I had that wasn't Milwaukee was that little Bosch one. And I would use it all the time. And then when Milwaukee came out with theirs, I was like, oh shit, even though it wasn't as small as like the ones they have now where it's like snub nose, like now the ones they have are awesome. I actually just bought a new one not long ago because I had the OG one. But Temu brushless, these guys get crazy. It's no, not Ryobi. You cannot be a serious tech using fucking Ryobi. No, that's very homeowner stuff. I will say though, as a joke, one of my friends had bought like the Ryobi battery powered lawnmower and stuff, and I bought it on Father's Day as a joke to make fun of him. I still have it, so that thing's actually pretty sweet.
I will say, like at Home Depot, it's half the price of the Milwaukee one. So
yeah,
I'm sure it works damn near just the same.
It's quiet, like, and I went all out. Like now I got like the weed whacker, the weed eater, the blower, like a mulcher. Now I don't have a huge yard like I had before, but yeah, he makes fun of me all the time. He's like, look at that bitch. You tried to make fun of me, and look at you, Mr. fucking Ryobi. I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie, because I was all gas powered, like had like the gas powered walking lawnmower and shit. Now I just keep both of them, but yeah, I bought that to prove him wrong and ended up keeping the shit. So that was kind of ironic, but it is what it is. But I won't keep you, brother Dave. Thank you so much for coming on, brother. I really appreciate it. I can't. Coming on to spend the time especially after working all day. And then I can't wait to now meet you in person at one of these events and actually be able to chit chat and not just walking past and shit, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man. This was a blast. Time went by hella fast.
It always does, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna please hit me up if anything's ever happening. You're always more than welcome to come back on, dude. Just hit me up and we'll set it up like we did this time.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a plan, brother.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna start to close this out, man. You can hang tight, or if you got to go, whatever you got to do, man.
Right on.
Yeah, man. If you guys on Instagram, if you do not follow Dave at HVAC Slim, go check out his stuff, man. He really does some amazing content. He's very consistent with it. He just did that amazing giveaway where he gave away a whole bunch of stuff. So make sure you go give him a follow. Thank all you guys for being here tonight. Once again, sorry about last week. It was kind of a rough week, but I am back on track, as far as doing these. Last week was just kind of an outlier. I do have some awesome guests, and some of you are coming on. Like I said, I've been saying this every week. I don't know where the cliche or rumor or whatever got that you had to have a certain following or be an influencer to come on here as a guest, because that has never, ever been true. If you have a story to tell and you're in the trade, you are more than welcome to come on here. All you got to do is message me. There's a couple of you guys that have done, but here have set up shows. So next week, Mr. Luke Hansen, so the CEO of CompanyCam is coming on. Looking forward for that. Luke is awesome. I love Luke. After that, I got Uncle Joe Crisera is coming on. I love Uncle Joe. Me and him talked a little while ago, so I decided to get him back on. Then we have Mr. Jarrett Benelou, who's normally in here. Jared's coming on. So yeah, that's the next 3 weeks. So there's people lined up that we should have guessed. It's not going to be just me. But I know it's unacceptable. What the hell is wrong with me? Podcasting is life. Can't be fucking skipping episodes. I'm a piece of shit. PP smack. I'll take care of it. With that being said, man, I'm going to start to close this thing out, man. All right. I hope all you have a great week, all that kind of stuff. But please, if you don't already follow the show, please make sure you follow the show on all the social media sites to stay up to date with everything. Please make sure you're downloading the podcast. Thank you to everybody that downloaded the mental health episode. That was crazy. 224,000 downloads is absolutely crazy. I can't even believe that. So thank you to everybody. I am working on a sponsorship with BetterHelp to be able to offer that to people out there, because mental health and addiction is a topic that people are facing out there, and I don't want you to have to face it by yourself. Just know there's a lot of us out there dealing with it, and you're not alone. So thank you for that. Try to go give me a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Just keep it at the top of the list. I've been asking that again because a lot of the reviews are old, so I'm trying to get some new ones up there. So go take care of that for me. Yeah. That's about it. All right, let me start to off here. Guys, remember to keep your head on the swivel, man. No matter whatever it is, whether you're driving, putting a ladder up, turning the breaker off, whatever it is, please be safe. I want each and every one of you to make it home the same way that you left. Remember to do the little things. Set yourself apart from the next guy or girl. All right? Be the best version of yourself. I don't care if it's a podcast, read a book, an online course, whatever it is. Keep pushing forward. There's no such thing as staying the same, all right? Give back to the people around you. Give back to the trade. You may know more than somebody else. Start teaching somebody else. Give back. That's how we bring each other up when we start to give back. They always say when those old guys retire off, it's like a library burning down. Let's not let that happen. Share the wealth, share your knowledge with each other, and that's how we're only going to hold each other at the highest standard, all right? Just be a good person, man. Spread positivity. I always say this when we talk about the mental health stuff. You work with somebody and you really know them, and that person's always on time, always, and you notice they're getting a little bit later, things out of the norm. Ask that person, hey, man, is everything all right with you? You don't realize that one conversation could be life-changing, all right? So just give a shit, care about other people, spread positivity, be the best version of yourself. And with that being said, I'll talk with you mofos later, all right? See ya.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored@gmail.com. Now, get back to work. Shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored Podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.
See you, bitches!